Hello guys, and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. In the last episode we got to this island here, One Island, or as it is also known, Not Island. And in this episode we are going island exploring, so that should be fun, I think. And we also got our milk carton upgraded, so let's just take a look at that. Because now we have this section here, and this island, as you can see, is pretty long. We can go all the way up here to Mount Ember in the north. But there's also a little patch of something down south called Treasure Beach, so we'll go there first. Before we do anything else, that doesn't take too long. And it sounds fun to go treasure hunting on the beach, doesn't it? I would think so, at least, so let's go. And some fights too, because we can really need some more experience. Lying back, rocked by the waves. It's exquisite. It is. I enjoy a good swim, but I don't enjoy swimming in the ocean too much because it's so salty and you get salt all over your skin, and it's not the most pleasant feeling in the world to me. I prefer lakes and stuff like that. But I won't judge you if you like the sea. The sea is nice too, in a way, but it's not my preferred place to go and swim. Anyway, I put Johnny in front here so he could get a few levels because he was behind everyone else, but now he's got up to a few of them. I'll keep him in front for a little bit longer though, so he can level up even more. It wouldn't hurt to level him up a bit more, even so. The other guys aren't too far behind either, but and this fight is going pretty easily. I don't remember if we saw a dew going anywhere before, but you can catch one in Seafoam Island. It's pretty easy to find one there. And if not, you can always find a seal and evolve it, because it's not too hard to find that either. Seafoam Island is generally a good place to go and find water type Pokemon. That's that. So let's go around you and go on to this place. Hello there. Good things get washed up by the ocean current onto this beach. That's why I often come here for some beach combing. That sounds good. There aren't some patches of grass here though, so I'll just find a small repel. That should be enough. Also, you have a severe lack of items here because there isn't a shop at this point. So yeah, that can be a bit bothersome. You can't go back to mainland, so make sure you have everything you want before you come here. Let's see. There are many items around here, and there are many good items too often. So it pays off to come and look around here, and there will be more. After a while, if you leave and come back, they will have respawned. Some of them at least. Up there, okay. Not quite. And over there. So yeah. This might not be the most interesting things to look at, so I will see if there are more things here, and yeah, I'll just gather them up and see you in a moment. Okay, here we are. There are some really powerful Fearow here, but they shouldn't be a problem for Johnny here. He should be able to take it on easily enough. So let's just plow through it. But now you know there are powerful Fearow on this beach. Good to catch if you want one of those. Okay, that was all of it. Just 2 pearls and an Ultra Ball to go. So nothing too special, but those are always nice, so we'll just fly back there. So we don't have to go over the sea. I believe my repel would have run out about halfway through or something like that. But now that we've done that, we should go on into this area here called Kindle Road. Because there are quite a few things for us to get out here. And we want to get about everything. There are a few things we want to get right now. But first of all, I'm beginning to get a sunburn. And that's that. Let's just leave her there with her starting sunburn and stuff like that. I know all too well how these sunburns are. I'm as pale as no one else you'd ever know and never tan at all, no matter how hard I try. This is Kindle Road. Go straight for Mount Ember. That we will do. And there are lots of these rocks here too, and we can't do anything about them, and they are interesting. But I will try to fight a lot of trainers along the way here just to get some levels, because we really need them. My lunch filled us up, so will you battle us for some exercise? Okay, so let's move on. If it weren't for this guy here, or this girl, yeah, I was going to mention this. There were a lot of fire types that you can't find back on the mainland. You would have been able to find quite a few of the fire types in the Pokémon Mansion, and that is what you would have done in the previous versions of this game that are not remakes. But since this area is in this game and not in the previous, they moved quite a few of the fire types here, so there are lots of fire types in this area. So let's fight you. You know, everything tastes great when you're out in the wild. And that's that guy. So let's just head around here, because I believe there's an item over here. I didn't pay too much attention, but I think there is. But we can't get to it right now, so we'll come back for that in a little while. Not too long, actually. Let's just head around here, and I saw an item down here though, so we'll go and do that after we battle this guy. I took a break from swimming only to have you challenge me. You're hardly required to fight anything along this path, so we're in kinda trouble if I'm going to show you a lot of trainer fights, or some at all. Might have to reconsider our strategy there. So I'll show you a couple of battles in a little while. Don't worry if you want to see more of those. But yeah, just a shortcut back if you want to surf rather than walk. It's a good path to take if you want to. But that's about it. Also, I'll just, yeah, switch around some held items real quick, and I'll be back in a moment. And that's that, cause Estes was growing a little bit too strong compared to the other guys, so I just gave the experience share to spoiler. But let's fight these guys. My big brother and I make an awesome combination. These guys should be a fun fight. I don't remember how strong they are or what they have, but it should possibly be fun. But we'll see. They are pretty strong compared to us, a little bit stronger actually, but we will just try to do something and see how it goes. Hopefully we won't die. And yeah, Johnny is running a little bit low on a Thunderbolt, but we will be able to heal him up soon, so never worry about that. And we'll just take out this guy. Shouldn't be a problem at all. And then the other guy in a moment. Well, that's not going to help you much. Johnny is a Jolteon. That's all you need to know, Machoke. And now you will faint due to your horrible mistake of just identifying your opponent instead of actually fighting. I didn't really need the paralyze, but it's good even so, I suppose. And down you go. Bye bye. Huh? I can't believe it. Sorry. You two aren't as strong as you think, apparently. And these guys are kinda odd. You can run past them, you can fight them. I will fight them. Because, that's what we need. Dress appropriately for battle. Lose that frivolous outfit. Never! You know, these guys always reminded me of one of my classmates from long ago. The way they look. And their stance too. because yeah, he was kinda hot-headed kind of person who liked to fight and stuff like that. But yeah, enough of my background. Let's destroy his Machoke. It's no match for our very powerful Charizard here. Or maybe a little bit of a match, but you know, not too much. We should be able to take them on even so. So, destroy them! Thank you! And you should be getting some levels soon. You are kinda lagging behind too. And I can't have a starter that's lagging behind. Especially since Charizard is so awesome. Every morning before breakfast I swim around this island. And that's that, and now Havok is the weakest one in the party. At least as far as levels go. And that is too bad. I don't want my Charizard to be weak. Soaking in a hot spring pool is therapeutic, people say. Because there are hot springs here. He wasn't just saying that randomly. So let's look around here. Have a look at my face. See how smooth my skin is? The hot springs water keep my skin younger than my age. And I wonder how old you are. But yeah, hot springs are apparently very good for you if they contain the right stuff. Sometimes they are very dangerous for you and you shouldn't bathe in those, but this one is apparently a good one. Hot springs go hand in hand with volcanoes. Lambe Spa here, well, I made it years ago. I hewed the pool right out of a gigantic boulder by hand. I was using this at the time. I suppose I can part with it. And it is a gem in a very random spot that shatters boulders as if they were made of crackers. That is very interesting. Maybe they are crackers. Maybe you should just eat them. But anyway, this place is very good for something. Because, this is heavenly. The water warms me to my core. You should jump in too. Go to the middle, relax, and get good and warm. And that is exactly what we should do. Because the water is perfectly warm and it feels exquisite. And it heals our Pokemon up fully. And that is very, very good. So that is all that is to that area. So that. But now I want to use that TM, no A-gem, sorry. Because one of our team members still don't have one, so now it's your turn. And you will learn this. And I think that should be okay, because a Leer is pretty useless at this point in the game. No, it could be useful sometimes, but it's not that good. So you will learn Rock Smash and be the last one that gets an A-gem move. Not that that's a big deal, but hello! Could you help me out with my training? Well, of course! And that's that, so now we're heading out to sea again. Because I want to explore this entire island in this episode, and I think it should be doable in a good amount of time. So I'll just fight these guys here, and then we will carry on into Mount Amber. And that's all, so now we'll just carry on upwards here and head into the mountain. And this area is not too big, even though it is a mountain. So it shouldn't be too hard to get around, but we need to use a couple of A-gems in here, so that's why it's important to get Rock Smash first, or otherwise you won't be able to go through this entire area. At least some parts of it. Hello! Can you imagine if this volcano were to erupt? The explosion would be the end of us. How terrifying is that? Well, we're terrified. Would you like me to teach explosion? No thank you. Yeah, you're right. It's too terrifying. Mostly because none of my Pokemon can learn that at this point. But it is an extremely powerful move. So it is one that should be considered. But there are Team Rocket guys here. Over here. We'll try digging here. That treasure the admins have been talking about should be here. That is suspicious. What the? You're in the way. Get lost. Well, thank you then. Well, fine. Go ahead and dig. You don't look like the digging type, but you can do whatever you want, I suppose. We can't do anything with those now. Now we'll just stand there and say the same thing over and over again, but we will go through this area. So, hello. Do you now know how caves form inside volcanoes? Yes. But you can go ahead and tell me anyway. When lava at the surface of magma hardens and the magma inside flows out, caverns are left behind. Yeah, that does make sense. No items here though. This area, as I said, isn't too large, but we won't go through everything right now. Because there is something at the very top that I don't want to... what is this? Oh, another powerful pharaoh. Well, I don't want to fight it this time, so let's just run away. But there is something at the top, and I don't want to go over that right now. Because it's very, very difficult to take care of right now. And I'm sure you know what it is, but yeah, I won't spoil it for anyone who doesn't know. Because I'm not spoiler. Spoiler is a wild plume. So let's just run away again. I don't like it when they bypass my repels, as I'm sure you know by now. But nothing here, except you though. Hello. An active volcano is one that's erupting, or about to. That is true. And this last lady and this guy, I believe we haven't seen anyone of their trainer class yet either. They are rangers, and they are mostly about grass types and other types of, you know, things that hang out in nature a lot and stuff like that. So you might be in a good spot if you use something like Charizard here, or anything along those lines. So we shouldn't have too much of a problem. But I don't think we've seen one of these yet. It is the evolution of Execute. Doesn't look like it at all, but it is. And it is a grass psychic type. Pretty interesting type combination, but it has lots of weaknesses because of that, so we will exploit them as best we can. But I believe there's an item over here. Indeed there is. And what else? I bypassed the trainer over here, but I'll just leave her be there. And also I need to put on a new repel real quick. Sorry for taking up your time with that, but I think there's an item here too. A dire hit. I'll probably not use that, but it's always okay to have. So let's head on. I want to explore this place because there are some good items here though. And like I said, I want to go over this entire area right now because of that certain thing that is a little bit beyond our level right now. I'll save that for another separate episode, same as with the thing in Seafoam Island. And another thing, those will all be put into one episode. I'm not entirely sure when, but it will be sometime between when we're done with these islands and when we are done with the final gym and stuff like that, I believe. Could be a good time, but we'll see. Anyway, there's an item here, and it is a firestone. And there's also an area over here that we can go through, so it is a little puzzle, but it's not too difficult. So let's just smash this rock right here. Oh yeah, that's another thing with Rock Smash. You will occasionally be able to find rock Pokemon inside of them. Just Geodude and Graveler for now. But that is something. I'll leave this one be though, because it's not too strong. So we'll carry on. And we will push this boulder. So let's do that real quick. And break this. I'm not sure about what the percentages of you being able to find Pokemon inside stones, but it's not too high, I believe. And another Firestone. So this is an extremely good area to come to if you want Firestones. Lastly, last area is up there, but we won't go there yet. We will come back eventually, but for now we have done everything we can on this island, I believe. So we'll just fly back to One Island City, or not exactly a city, just a little town. And in the next episode, we will carry on to the next island, which is Two Island. So, until then, see you and take care.